in the NCAA or in this SAC tournament. We'll step out for a break, and we'll have the play-by-play when we come back to Old Fieldhouse in a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Okay, let's see. Carson-Newman University. It's been around since 1851. A beautiful campus, amazing student life, world-class accredited academics, competitive athletic programs, a Christian perspective, a top 10 best value school. They give $48 million in financial aid every year, and I get a free scholarship when I enroll. Looks like I've found the perfect place.
This
kisses it off the glass and one.
Is Carson-Newman women's basketball on the Eagle Sports Network.
Smiles across the board, makes some room in the trophy case for the third time in program history. Carson-Newman is the South Atlantic Conference Tournament champions.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Aramark, by ShopCNEagles.com, the Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, Trilite, Quality Suites of Morristown, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen. Now back to the voice of the Lady Eagles, Michael Watrang.
Welcome back to Old Fieldhouse. Just about ready to light this candle as Carson-Newman looks for a 9th consecutive home win despite scuffling on the road. A good opportunity here today to get back on the winning track, and the Lady Eagles hosting a 20-win team out of the Piedmont Division. And we take a look at the starters for this LR group. Megan Lansadell, Hannah Stoll, Emily Harmon, the all-conference selection on this roster, joined by Jalen Gathers and Blakely Crooks are your starting five. For Graham Smith's group, he's in his third year with the Bears. Carson-Newman on the other side. It's Harley Smith out there with Braylon Weichel, Campbell Penland, Skylar Boshiers, and Keely Rogers for an 11th consecutive game. For Mike Mincy's group, Carson-Newman's lost 4 of its last 5 ball games. And for the first time since the early portion of January, Carson-Newman is not in first place in the Mountain Division. Last time they weren't in first at any point was the Tusculum game on January 11th. Lady Eagles won that game in double overtime, and this game being made up from the officiating debacle at the end of January when no officials were here. So we're ready to go. Carson-Newman in the whites, LR in the blacks, and this ball is into the air. Boshiers swipes it over to Keely Rogers, and Rogers dribbles to the front court, and just like that, the shot clock never started. And 4 seconds into the game, we'll have to reset the shot clock. So that has an early issue in this one. Carson-Newman in the white jerseys. Carson written on top of the number. Newman below that in navy with orange trim. LR with the black jerseys, the maroon lettering and numbering for the Bears here today. Those are your uniforms brought to you by Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your CNID. That's Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. So trying to adjust the shot clock, and now that they have that corrected, ready to go here as the ball is inbounded and the clock is working, and we're ready to lock and load here. Carson-Newman ball top of the key. Braylon Weichel dumps it underneath for Harley Smith. She hands it off to Skylar Boshiers. Slips through her hands, grabs it 30 feet away, slips it over to the left wing. Rogers back to Penland off the career-high 24 at Wingate. Underneath for Harley Smith, left block She misses a sweeping layup. Rebound plucked out of there by Blakely Crooks, and now we get a whistle, and the shot clock never reset. And with 9:33 to go in the opening period, Carson-Newman misses its first shot opportunity, and now they're trying to make an adjustment here with the clock situation. And another pause. So we've had this a couple times this year where we've had a little bit of trouble gaining traction right out of the gates. Carson-Newman, after the loss on Saturday, has lost 4 consecutive road games and is now 2-4 in the month of February. And on Wednesday, we'll figure out where the Lady Eagles sit in the region rankings. Final week of the regular season this week. Conference tournament next week. And then hopefully for Carson-Newman and hopefully for LR as well. I'm sure their fans are thinking the same thing, that both these teams will be in. You would think that Catawba and Wingate are locks right now for the NCAA tournament. LR certainly with 21 wins could potentially become a lock here tonight with a win over Carson-Newman. And they might already be locks already. And then you have this Lady Eagle group on whether or not they'll be dialed in as well. So here with 9:33 to go in the opening period, we've already had a couple of quick resets, and the ball is inbounded and the clock is working. So LR with the basketball. It's Harmon top of the key. Dribbling around a screen right, pulls up, right wing, 15-foot jump shot, swirls around twice, and falls out the left-hand side. Carson-Newman rebounds. It's Keely Rogers into the front court. Down the right side of the paint, kicks it out. Penland, right corner, catch and shoot. Pure on the trifecta opportunity, and the Lady Eagles on top with the first bucket of the game, 50 seconds into the game. 3-0, Lady Eagles lead it. So Carson-Newman ready to lock and load here today from deep. Penland, 24 points in that loss against Wingate on Saturday. Harmon sprints right block, kicks it out. Crooks, right elbow jump shot. She's perfect there. 49% from the floor, third most effective shooter in the league. 3-2 Lady Eagles, 8 3/4 minutes to go in the first. Weichel over to Penland, dumps it underneath for Smith, and she's fouled by Blakely Crooks. It'll be her first personal foul on the first whistle of the game for either side. 8:40 to go in the first. Carson-Newman 3, Lenore Rhine 2. When Carson-Newman was supposed to play LR at the end of January, Bears the top 15 in the country, unranked right now. Inbound, Weichel, right wing. She dribbles left against Stoll, back pedals, hands it off. Right wing, Penland, back, Weichel, top of the key. Weichel to the left wing and Boshears, dribbles to her right, comes back to her left, hands it to the left elbow and Smith. 8 on the shot clock as she gets to the paint, spins around, kicks it out, Penland. Catch, shoot, left wing, 3, splash down from Campbell Penland. 6-2 start for the Lady Eagles. Penland with both trifectas. And I don't think that the clock started again. With 8:16 to go in the first, Carson-Newman leads it 6-2. And Harmon catches the inbound, and we're ready to lock and load. Harmon hands it over to Stoll, man-to-man defense, handing it off to Lanzadell. Gives it to Harmon, left point. She dribbles around a screen, Russell's all the way to the right block, misses a right-hand layup, doesn't catch anything. Smith the rebound. Carson-Newman ball ahead by 4. Smith sprints to the left block, kicks it out. Boshear steps into a 15-foot jump shot left baseline and rattles it in. Carson-Newman a good start, an 8-2 lead, 2 minutes into the game. Last time Carson-Newman was on this floor, they won 81-75 over Anderson, led by double figures in that one. Weichel had 44 for the Lady Eagles. Right wing, it is Harmon giving it out to the top of the key. And Crooks. Crooks gives it to Gathers. Left wing, catch and shoot 3. That one is well too strong. Rebound comes into the paws of Penland, and she bounces underneath where it's kicked by Lanzadell. And it'll be Carson-Newman basketball on this near right sideline with 20 on the shot clock. 7:28 to go in the first quarter game clock, and Carson-Newman leading at 8-2. So the shot clock, I think, will actually be reset to 24. Didn't need to go to 20. Carson-Newman ball ahead by 6. Lady Eagles have made 3 straight shots from the field. Rogers right wing, dribbles to the baseline. Underneath the baseline, she steps out of bounds. And Carson-Newman turns it over for the first time today. Mentioned it at the outset, that's LR's big strength. They forced 23 giveaways per game this year. They only turned it over 14 times. 8-2 Carson-Newman on top, 7:14 to go. Gathers has it, bounces it to the right elbow, and Crooks. Crooks dribbles left, hands it off. Harmon, top of the key, catch and shoot 3. Too strong, both shears on the right block. has the board. Carson-Newman ball ahead 8-2. Smith on the left block, catches, runs to the bucket, and puts it in. After a dribble, Harley Smith the bucket, and a 10-2 start for the Lady Eagles 3 minutes into the game. Harmon around a screen to her left, gives it Crooks right wing. Crooks behind the back, left to right dribble, right hand running, shot too strong. Rebound Harley Smith. Lady Eagles by 8, 6:40 to go in the first. Smith to the middle lane, spinning around, puts the shot up. Hannah Stoll gets a good shot block underneath. LR basketball, 6:35 to go, down 8. Right baseline, catch and shoot jump shot from Crooks is down the hatch. That ends a 7-0 Carson-Newman run, and the Lady Eagles leading at 10-4 with 6:28 to go in the first. Have the basketball. So with 6:28 to go in the first, it's 10-4 Carson-Newman on top. And the Lady Eagles catch the inbound, and Boshiers will walk it across the timeline. Lady Eagles by 6. Boshiers dribbles right side, hands it off to Penland. Bounces it out to Smith. Smith, backdoor cut. Braylon Weichel to the right block, hangs, floats a shot up. It rustles around the back of the rim and falls off. LR rebound, it's Harmon to the right block. Right hand running shot goes down. Tough look there by Harmon, but she rattles in a little floater. 10-6, Carson-Newman's lead down to 4. Weichel to the right block, throws it out, and she turns it over. Lanzadell steps in and intercepts. 2-on-1 break the other way. Crooks to Lanzadell, left block, running left-hand layup, and that's 6 in a row for LR. And it's down to a 2-point game with 5:45 to go in the first. Smith at the high post for Carson-Newman. Hands it to Rogers, gets a running start to the right block. Ball fakes, throws the shot up, and Crooks blocks it and grabs it. 6 unanswered for the Bears, and a chance to tie or take the lead. Gathers on the block. Weichel rips it out of her hands, but a foul is whistled on Braylon Weichel. That is going to send Jalen Gathers to the free throw line. Mary Baldwin transfer, averaging 9 points per game, is a 65% foul shooter. Carson-Newman 10, Lenore Ryan 8, 5:33 to go in the first, and Gathers at the free throw line. 4-2. Gathers the southpaw, bends the knees, and puts the shot up there, and that one whistles the strings. 10-9. 7 unanswered for the Bears. And one more coming up here for Gathers. Bounces the basketball a couple times, spins it in the southpaw, puts it up there again, and this is an 8-0 LR run. And the Bears have tied it at 10 apiece after a 10-2 start for Carson-Newman. 5.5 to go in the first. 10 apiece. Penland left wing, gives it to Weichel left wing. She catches, shoots a 20-foot three-pointer, air balls, and Bugwa saves it in, but it's right to Emily Harmon, and the Bears have a chance to take the lead. Lanzadell, catch and shoot left wing 3. That is it, and it's an 11-0 LR run. 13-10, Bears on top, 5:06 to go in the first. Penland right corner to Bugwa, right back Penland. She dribbles left to the middle of the lane, to the left block, left-hand layup, off the window and down. And that ends that 11-0 LR run, and it's back down to a 1-point game. 13-12, 4:50 to go in the first. Early game, a spurt, 7 for Carson-Newman, 11 for LR. And it's Bears basketball with Harmon between the rings. Harmon dribbles right around a screen, runs into Stoll, pulls up for a little teardrop and splashes it in. 6 for Harmon, 15-12. Bears back on top by 3, 4.5 to go in the first. Weichel with the basketball, top of the key. Looking to get going, just had 7 against Wingate on Saturday. Flings it to the left corner, and Smith kicks it out to the left wing. Penland, another three-pointer. She's hit 3 from outside, has 11 early, and we're tied at 15. 4:15 to go in the first. Carson-Newman on defense, man-to-man style, looking to slow down this LR attack. Lanzadell to the right corner. Crooks catching, shooting, 15-foot baseline jump shot. Perfect. 17-15, LR back on top, 4 minutes to go in the first. Penland at the other end, shovels it out to Smith, gives it to Weichel. Weichel around a screen, stops left to right with a crossover, comes back right to left, gets down the left side of the lane, has her shot blocked by Stoll, and is picked up by Harmon. Harmon has it with 3:45 to go in the first, and the Bears leading it by 2. Harmon kicks it out, Lanzadell, left wing, catch and shoot 3. Wide right, it bounces out to the right wing, Gathers. Gathers dribbles to the paint, hands it off to Crooks on the left block, and she puts in the layup. 19-15, Bears with our largest lead of the day at 4, 3:25 to go in the first. LR's made 6 of its last 7. Penland left wing, throws it underneath for Mbukwa. Has Stoll on her, pulls up for a little jump shot, left it short. Stoll, good defense, Harmon the rebound. LR basketball ahead by 4. Gathers right wing. Thought about a 3. Now goes right to left with the crossover. Gets to the lane. Left hand running shot too strong. Penland the rebound. Carson-Newman ball. Down by 4. 19-15. 3 minutes to go in the first. Smith dribbling right. Gets into the lane. Spins around. Gets to the left block. Puts in a left-hand layup. 4 for Harley Smith. And it's down to a 2-point game at 19-17 with 2:49 to go in the first. LR's made 7 of its last 9. Shooting 60%. Harmon's been a big reason why. She goes to the right block, has her shot rejected. It's Tori Rutherford with a block. 2-on-1 break. Rutherford a bounce pass to Smith, left block. She throws in the left-hand layup, and we're tied at 19. Lady Eagles shooting 50%. And tied at 19 with 2:26 to go in the first. LR back with the ball. Right corner, Stull has Mbugwa on her. Gets to the baseline, goes underneath the cup. Throws it out. Crooks left baseline jump shot. That swirls around. Hangs out on the top of the rim before go again. 21-19, Carson-Newman by 2, 2:10 to go in the first. Weichel right wing, working around an Mbugwa screen, stops at the top of the key for a jump shot. That swirls off the right-hand side. LR a 2-point lead, 2 minutes to go in the first. Harmon into the front court, hesitates at the top of the key, now pulls the trigger on a deep 2-point shot. That's wide right. Rebound picked up by Smith. Carson-Newman ball down 2, 1:50 to go in the first. Still haven't had immediate timeout. Penland left wing, ball fakes on a 3. Hesitates again, gets to the lane, kicks it out, right baseline, 15-foot shot from Rutherford is short. Rebound to Hannah Stull, and it's LR basketball, shooting 56% from the floor with 95 seconds to go in the first. And Carson-Newman down by 2, 21-19. LR basketball, Harmon with 15 on the shot clock, now gets going to her left, stops there, comes back, steps back for a deep jump shot, ricochets off the front of the rim, bounces off the backboard, picked up by Smith, throws it to the middle of the floor. It's intercepted by Crooks. Good deflection, otherwise it would have been a layup. Harmon dribbles to the left block, hands it off Gathers. Gathers gets shut down, flips it out for a free throw line, running jump shot from Crooks. Leaves that one short, rebound to Carson-Newman with 1 minute to play in the first and a 2-point Lenore Ryan lead. Weichel top of the key. Weichel dribbles left, comes back to her right, uses an Mbugwa screen, flashes it over to the left wing and Smith. Smith uses a Weichel screen. Dribbling to her right at the free throw line. Comes to the right block, flings up a left-hand shot. It was a tough angle and a tough shot for Smith. Didn't get it to fall. Rebound to Stoll, gives it forward to Gathers. She sprints to the left block, misses a spinning layup. Rebound Weichel. Weichel lobs it over to the left corner, and Rutherford swings it to the right block. One dribble from Penland, and she puts in the layup. With 25 seconds to go in the first, we're tied at 21. An early 10-2 start for Carson-Newman. LR with 11 in a row. Both sides settling in, and we're tied at 21 with a quarter minute to go in the first. Harmon between the rings will set up the offense. 8 and 7. She dribbles right, comes back to Crooks left. Crooks down the right side of the lane, has it pilfered by Rutherford with 4. She loses it. Weichel at half court puts the shot up, and that's how the opening period comes to a close. Well, we went about 8 minutes without a stoppage in that opening period, and we're tied at 21 after the opening 10 minutes. Back and forth we go. Good matchup here on a Monday night on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Tied at 21 here in the second period. It's Carson-Newman and Lenore Ryan dialed into a pretty solid one here. At the outset of this game, Emily Harmon inbounds the ball to Megan Lansadell, and LR with the basketball, tied at 21 here in the second quarter. Harmon at the top of the key, dribbles right, stops, teardrops, and drops it down. 23-21. LR on top by 2. Emily Gonzalez out there with Ashlyn Crittenden in this second quarter. And it is Crittenden over to Boshears. Boshears left-right crossover. Comes back. Brandy Hudson checks her. Sub as well for LR. Underneath it goes for Campbell Penland. Intercepted by Hudson. Hudson dribbles front court and gives it right back to Crooks. We went the final 6:28 without a stoppage in that opening period. Right wing, it's Lanzadell. Lanzadell dribbles left, comes back to her right, looks underneath, and flashes it right back to Crooks. Crooks dribbling right-hand side, gives it to Harmon. Harmon to Hudson, back out left wing. Bella Sims gets to the free throw line. Gonzalez nearly a pilfer. Comes to Harmon, underneath with 3 on the shot clock. Hudson, a left-hand running layup, missed it. Rebound picked up by Rogers. Carson-Newman ball down to 8:50 to go in the first half. Rogers to the right side of the lane, runs all the way to the right block, has 2 defenders swipe at her. Doesn't bother her. She puts in the running right-hand layup, and we're tied again at 23 apiece. Carson-Newman, 23-23. And Carson-Newman leading this ball game. Here in this game, it is to her right. It's shuffled back out to Sims. Sims gives it off to Crooks. Crooks puts in the layup, and it is 25-23. 8:20 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman basketball. Gonzalez to the right side of the lane. Right-hand running layup. Doesn't go. Rebound loose. And we get a kicked ball on Lenore Ryan. And it'll be Carson-Newman ball on the baseline. .14 to go first half. Penland catches on the right corner, gets into lane, slices past 2 defenders, and puts in the right-hand layup. Carson-Newman back on level terms at 25 apiece. And with 8 minutes to go in the first half, Carson-Newman and LR tied at 25. On the top of the key, it is Hudson. The left wing, it goes in Sims, kicks it to the corner. Harmon, cross-court pass gathers, gets a running start to the lane. Gonzalez stripped it, but not legally, according to the officiating crew. Gonzalez, the foul, and it sends Gathers to the free throw line for a couple shots. 7:48 to go here in the opening period, or in the opening half, and we're tied at 25. So Gathers bends the knees, throws the shot up there, and it swirls out. One more coming up here for Jalen Gathers. A couple points so far in the game. Crooks has a dozen. Harmon has 8, carrying the load for the Bears. Campbell Penland already with 15. She's made all 6 of her shots. Second shot coming here from Jalen Gathers. Spins the ball, throws it up, and splashes it in. 26-25. Bears back on top. 7 3/4 minutes to go in the first. Carson-Newman with the rock. Right wing, Boshears. Boshears now dribbles to her left and gives it to Rogers. Out to Crittenden, left wing. Crittenden back to Rogers. Rogers right point. Crosses over left, right. Gets to the lane. Shovels it back out for Gonzalez. Throws it underneath. Boshears gets stripped. And it's picked up underneath by Sims. Sims runs into the front court. Picks it up. Throws it out. And Crittenden right there. Swipes it out of bounds in the far right corner with 7:19 to go in the first. And in the first half, rather. 26-25, Lenore Ryan on top. Here in the opening 20 minutes of play. Inbound goes out to Gathers. Gathers spins it over to Hudson. Carson-Newman in zone defense here. This is an LR team that is not all that effective from long range. Less than 4.5 3-pointers per game this year. Right corner, Gathers, throws it underneath. Gonzalez, a deflection. Penland grabs it underneath the bucket. Sprints to the front court. Throws it to the right corner. Gonzalez fires it across the baseline underneath, looking for Crittenden. It's deflected out of bounds off of LR. Penland will get a deserved rest. Weichel comes in for her. Well, Braylon Weichel has not scored so far. And after those massive scoring efforts, 31 and 44, over a 2-game stretch, she's cooled off. Gonzalez throws it out to Crittenden, top of the key. Crittenden dribbles left, around a Rogers screen, sprints to the left block, stops there, throws up a fall-away shot, and draws a foul on Harmon, who commits her first personal foul. Really haven't been that many whistles. Only 4 total fouls, and Ashlyn Crittenden going to the free throw line, where she's 1 out of 2 this season. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals the Lakeway region can offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen is the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. 26-25. Lenore Ryan leading Carson-Newman with 6:48 to go in the first. One-point differential, and Crittenden to the free throw line. Each team so far with 1 foul in the period. So Crittenden gets the basketball from the officiating crew. Not a bad crowd here today, as Crittenden splashes the first. We're tied at 26, and Lady Eagles look for their first lead. They led by 8 early on a 10-2 run. It was a 4-point lead for LR at one point. And Carson-Newman's back on top as Crittenden connects on the second. 27-26, 6:48 to go first half. It is Sims dribbling across the timeline for the black-clad Bears against zone defense. Carson-Newman looks like a 2-3, extended look on the perimeter. To the right wing goes Harmon, back out to Sims, back Harmon right wing, dribbles left, shovels it underneath for Hudson, gets to the right block, puts in the right-hand shot, and LR is back on top, 28-27 with 6:24 to go in the first half. Much improved LR group for the best team in the league at one point this year. Boshear's left wing to left corner. Gonzalez, good ball fake, gets to the baseline, stops from 15. Mission a jump shot too strong. Harmon the board, the team leader in rebounding this season, dribbles to the middle of the floor, swings it left wing. Sims a deep 2-point shot, too strong. It goes all the way to the right corner where Hudson picks it up, and a recycle for the Bears. Harmon between the rings, resets in a 28-27 lead. 5:55 to go first half. Harmon dribbles right wing, stops on the right wing, throws it out to Gathers. 8 and 7 to shoot. Bounce pass Hudson. Hudson to the middle of the lane. Has it poked and pilfered by Braylon Weichel. Weichel dribbles to the front court. To the right side of the floor, bounces it out to Gonzalez. Left wing and Rogers. Rogers right to left crossover. And a reach-in foul on Brandy Hudson, who picks up her first. And with 5:36 to go in the first half, Carson-Newman trailing at 28-27. And a fresh set of subs for Mike Mincy's group. Penland, Smith, and Rutherford out there. They join Gonzalez and Weichel on the floor. 28-27. Carson-Newman trailing Lenore Ryan with 5:36 to go in the first half. So 28-27. Lenore Ryan on top, and the inbound to Weichel in the left corner. Catches, shoots from 20 feet. Too strong. Offensive rebound through the hands of Gonzalez. Out to Rutherford. She kicks right point. Penland misses for the first time today wide left. Rebound to Stoll, and here comes the run out for LR. Stoll to the right block. Shovels it over for Harmon. She misses the teardrop. Penland the rebound. She's fouled on the rebound opportunity. Stoll picks up her first. And it is Carson-Newman leading it in the all-time series, but trailing it right now. Mike Mincy 15-10 against the Bears in his tenure. This was an LR team when Mike Mincy took over. That was the clash of the region, hosting a couple times. They've fallen on tough times of late, but back on level footing with the 21-win season. Weichel to the free throw line, steps back for a jump shot, rattles out, stole the rebound left block. Braylon Weichel has started 0 of 6 from the field. Harmon to the front court, has it taken out of her hands by Weichel. 2-on-1 break. Weichel to the right block. Ball fakes, runs into Stoll, draws the foul. She's headed to the free throw line when we come back. Stoll picks up her second. Carson-Newman will have free throws when we return. Lady Eagles trail by 1, 28-27. We'll step out for a break here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges like lightning. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess voltage either back into the system or to the ground. AEC also offers power strips for use inside your home to protect electronics and other items. The cost of this protective service from AEC is $9.95 per month. Ordering today affords you no connection fee. AEC. We're power with purpose.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Carson-Newman scored 10 of the first 12 points. LR scored the next 11. And with Lenore Ryan leading it 28-27, it is Carson-Newman going to the free throw line in the form of Braylon Weichel, one of the best free throw shooters in the country at 92%. We'll get two trying to give Carson-Newman the lead back. Weichel bends the knees, and she has her first point of the day. Started 0-6 from the field, and the conference's leading scorer ties the game at 28 apiece. Weichel's second free throw on the way with the right paw. Good backspin, and it swirls down. And Carson-Newman's back on top by a 29-28 advantage. Harmon dribbles left wing. Throws it back out, gathers top of the key. She sprints right, stops along the right wing, gives it back out to Crooks, back to Gathers right wing. Lobs it underneath. Pendleton deflection. She grabs it away in that zone defense. She stepped in front of Hudson. Lady Eagles by a point, looking for separation before halftime. Pendleton to the right block, forces a shot up there and in. She took Gathers to task, and she's got 17 first half points. Lady Eagles by 3, 31-28, 4:15 to go in the first. Harmon throws it to the middle of the floor. It's deflected and intercepted by Rutherford. Rutherford bounces it to Weichel, right block. She missed the first chance. Rutherford the rebound. Touch pass out to Pendleton left wing. Back to Rutherford. And now let's see what we get. The shot clock is being asked to be reset. I don't think that the ball ever hit the rim underneath, but the officials say that it did. 31-28. 4:01 to go first half. Pendleton on the left elbow, catches the inbound. Comes back to her left, steps back for a 20-foot jump shot. Too strong on wide right. Rebound to Harmon. Here comes LR. They've turned it over 5 times in the last 3.5 minutes. Haven't scored in 2.5. Harmon, top of the key, dribbles left all the way to the block. Kicks it out. Crooks, deep left wing jump shot. Too strong. And the rebound into Pendleton's hands, and they call a foul on LR on the loose ball. It's on Gathers. Her first, team's 5th. Free throws coming up for Carson-Newman. Bears have not scored since the 6.5-minute mark. Carson-Newman, meanwhile, has scored 4 in a row in that stretch. And Tori Rutherford to the free throw line. She shoots it at 68% on the year. Rutherford, the redshirt freshman, throws the shot up there, and it's too strong. One more coming up here for Rutherford, averaging 6 points per game this year. Missed the final 26 games of last year with an injury. And her second free throw is up there with the right paw, and she sticks that one. 5 unanswered for the Lady Eagles. Back to a 4-point game, 32-28. 3:37 to go first half. Crooks, left wing, Gathers. Gathers dribbles to the top of the key against this 2-3 zone. Fires it right wing. Harmon dribbles baseline, kicks it back out, Gathers. Gathers, lobs it to the free throw line. Hudson has it deflect out of her hands. It goes right to Harmon, though, in the right corner. Shovels it out to Lanzadell. 8 on the shot clock. Gives it underneath. Hudson has it taken out of her paws. It goes right to Crooks, who throws up a little running shot and drops it in. So that ends a 3-minute and 18-second scoring drought for LR. 2-point game, 32-30. Carson-Newman on top by 2, 3 minutes to go first half. Smith at the free throw line. Bounces it back door. Weichel on the right block. Lets Lanzadell fly by, but she gets a block anyway, as Weichel couldn't get the shot over the outstretched hand. Harmon into the front court. Has it taken out of her hands by Weichel. It trickles out of bounds off of Harmon. And Lenore Ryan not happy with the call, but the official was standing right in front of the play. Had the best view out of anybody. 32-30, 2:46 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman leads it by 2, looking for a 9th straight home win. One of the longest streaks in the region, 4th best. Pendleton right corner, throws it out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez spins it left wing to Weichel, and now we get a whistle and a timeout by Mike Mincy. A 30-second timeout with 2:29 to go in the first half. So it'll give us a chance to catch our breaths for a 2-point game. We went the final 6.5 minutes without a stoppage in the first quarter. So we didn't have that media timeout, but Carson-Newman, despite missing 7 of its last 8 shots and shooting 39% in the game, leads by 2. Campbell Penland, 7 of 9 from the field. The rest of the team is 5 for 22 from the floor so far in this contest. Crooks is leading the way on the LR side. She has a dozen. Emily Harmon has 8. Those two are combined 10 of 20. The rest of the team 3 out of 9. 32-30, Carson-Newman leads it with 2:29 to go in the first half. Quality Suites of Morristown is the preferred hotel choice of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located 10 miles from campus, Quality Suites of Morristown is the perfect place to stay. When you're traveling to watch the Eagles play, call 423-585-4000 and ask for the Carson-Newman rate. 2:29 to go, first half. Carson-Newman leads by 2. Out of the timeout in the white jerseys, it's Gonzalez right wing. Gonzalez hesitating, coming back to her right, 5 and 4 to shoot. Out to Smith, 3 and 2. Smith getting into the lane, picks it up, throws it out, and it's a shot clock violation. Penland banked in a 3 after the fact. Otherwise, that would have been a big shot for the Lady Eagles. 2:14 to go in the first half. LR, chance to tie or take the lead on this trip. Down by 2, 32-30 with 2:10 to go. Harmon across the timeline, gives it over to the left-hand side, Gathers. Fires it back to the right wing. Harmon back to Gathers. Back to Harmon. Harmon back to Gathers after a dribble. She pulls up for a 3 and hits it. 28% three-point shooter. She does lead the team with 23 makes on the year, and LR's back on top, 33-32. 1:47 to go here in the first half. Right corner, it's in the hands of Rutherford. Out to Gonzalez, top of the key. She dribbles right, stops after a couple dribbles, bounces it for a backdoor cut, Rutherford. Extra pass from Penland in the right corner to Gonzalez right wing. Her 3's too strong. Offensive rebound, Rutherford. It's loose after a deflection. Harmon grabs it for LR. They've scored 5 straight. Bears lead by 1, 33-32, 1:25 to go first half. Lanzadell wide open on the right wing, connects on a 3. She makes 42% this year, and the Bears have scored 8 in a row to take a 36-32 lead with 1:12 to go in the first half. Weichel at the top of the key for Carson-Newman, down by 4. Weichel in the right corner, comes to her right-hand side, dribbles back left at the free throw line, fires it over Gonzalez left wing. Gonzalez dumps it to the high post. Smith on the left block, throws a shot up, puts it in, and 1. That was a tough take for Harley Smith, and Hudson picks up her second foul. And Smith to the free throw line for 1. Harley Smith went into the body of Hudson, and they said that Hudson caught a piece of Smith. And with 55.5 seconds to go in the first half, that ends that LR 8-0 run. 2-point game, Smith at the line, 77%, makes the foul shot, and it's a 1-point game with 55 seconds to play in the first half, 36-35. LR's made 3 straight after that 3-minute and 18-second scoring drought. Carson-Newman's zone defense has slowed down this Bears attack. Gathers left point, lobs it to the left elbow, and Hudson, she falls to the ground, gives it out to Crooks, to the right wing and Harmon. Harmon dribbles to the right side of the lane, floats up a shot, hits the side of the backboard. Smith the rebound with a half minute to go in this first half. Carson-Newman basically can play for the end of the opening 20 minutes. Maybe a half a second differential shot to game clock. So Braylon Weichel will reset here with 15 and 14 now on the clock. 13 and 12, Carson-Newman runs the weave out top. Rogers left wing, hands it off Weichel, 7 and 6, and it's an interception. Crooks grabs it, races to the left block, puts in a left-hand layup, and that's about as disastrous as it could be for Carson-Newman to end the half. Instead of playing for the final shot and taking a lead, the Lady Eagles trail at halftime again. 38-35 your score at the break. We'll step out for a quick one and come back with more here in a moment on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Halftime at Holt Fieldhouse, 38-35. LR on top of the break. We'll come back with the ShopSeatEagles.com halftime report when we come back to Holt Fieldhouse in a moment on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to ShopSeatEagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeatEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeatEagles.com. Visit today.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopSeeAndEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges like lightning. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess voltage either back into the system or to the ground. AEC also offers power strips for use inside your home to protect electronics and other items. The cost of this protective service from AEC is $9.95 per month. Ordering today affords you no connection fee. AEC. We're power with purpose.
It's halftime. Your first half scoring summary and a check of the ShopCNEagles.com sack scoreboard are headed your way.
Smith, right wing, three-pointers up, it's in! Potentially a dagger for CN!
Now back to the voice of the Lady Eagles, Michael Watrang.
Carson-Newman trails Lenore Ryan at half. Score of 38-35 here at the break. And it was a up-tempo, back-and-forth affair. There's some good surges. There were some good defensive stops at some points. But just a three-point differential here at the halftime break as we take a look at the halftime statistics here from Holt Fieldhouse as Carson-Newman trails by 3 at the break. Carson-Newman trailing again at halftime. It has been very frequent in which that has happened for this group. This is the 15th time this year the team has trailed at halftime. Last time the Lady Eagles led at the break was the Anderson game, so they've trailed now in 3 consecutive ball games at halftime. First half stats, Carson-Newman 13 of 33 from the floor, 39%. 3 of 7 from deep, 43%, and 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 86%. Campbell Penland was lights out early. She finished with 17 first half points to lead all scorers. 9.6 rebounds, 2 assists for Harley Smith so far. 2 points apiece from everybody else. Weichel with 2, Boshears 2, Rogers 2, and Ashlyn Crittenden with 2. Tori Rutherford had a point, but she filled it up everywhere else. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, and 2 steals as well for Torrey Rutherford. Carson-Newman shooting 39%. LR not having as much difficulty. They are shooting 49%, 16 of 33 from the floor, 3 of 7 of deep. That's 43%, just like Carson-Newman, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 75%. Blakely Crooks leads the way with 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a couple steals. 11 points for Emily Harmon, 7 rebounds and a couple assists for her. 6 points from Jalen Gathers, 5 from Megan Lansadell, and 2 from Brandy Hudson in that first half of play. Each team with 18 points in the paint. Each team with 2 second chance points. Carson-Newman leads off the fast break, 17-11, as well as off of the bench, 3-2. 10 points off of turnovers for LR, 6 for Carson-Newman. We've been tied 8 times. The score is flipped leads 6 times. Carson-Newman led by as many as 8. Lenore Ryan for as many as 4. The Bears had the lead for slightly more than half of the opening 20 minutes of play. Well, Carson-Newman in familiar territory. I mentioned the fact that they've been down at halftime so frequently. Well, they've won trailing at halftime 5 times this year. And they'll try to make it a 6th in half number 2. But work to do for Mike Mincy's crew in a game that sees Lenore Ryan leading it by 3. 38-35 at the break. Step out for a quick pause, catch our breaths, and we'll come back with more. As Carson-Newman behind 38-35 at halftime here on the ShopSeeingEagles.com halftime report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931. A check of the ShopCNEagles.com SAC scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports Network. If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopSeeingEagles.com scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
Carson-Newman trails Lenore Ryan 38-35 at halftime. Lady Eagles entered today a half game out of first place in the South Atlantic Conference Mountain Division standings. Catawba appears as if they are going to hoist the overall trophy. They do have a 2-game lead with 2 games to play against Wingate in the Piedmont Division standings. And Carson-Newman, odds are they will host a tournament contest or a quarterfinal contest. I guess there is a way where perhaps they could lose enough and not host one, but the Lady Eagles know that they control their own destiny if they're able to take advantage of things down the stretch of this ball game, get this victory, get back into a tie for first place. Tusculum still has road trips to Anderson and Catawba on the ledger, and Catawba right now is playing for a regional hosting bid. Carson-Newman baseball is in action against Lee tomorrow afternoon, and it'll be another busy week around Carson-Newman campus. The track and field indoor club will be at the conference tournament, Winston-Salem, North Carolina this weekend. Carson-Newman otherwise hosting Emory and Henry on Wednesday, hosting Coker on Saturday. Right now, business still at hand. 20 more minutes to go. 38-35. Lenore Ryan leading Carson-Newman. Lady Eagles looking for a 9th consecutive home victory. And the Lady Eagles trail it by 3 at halftime. Second half coming your way here in just a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Into the front court, losing her dribble, kicks it out, right wing, 3 from Bergstrom is up and good! As the buzzer sounds to end the first half.
On the Eagle Sports Network.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Lenore Ryan leads Carson-Newman at halftime, 38-35. Bears looking for their first win over Carson-Newman since December of 2018. And the Lady Eagles down by 3 at halftime. Before we start off, half number 2. We pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Eagle Sports Network. Skip Roberts is back inside the network studios. I'm Michael Watring, sitting courtside here inside of the friendly confines of Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman trails Lenore Ryan 38-35. Carson-Newman has been great at home, 80 points per game, winning by an average of 16 during a 8-game home winning streak. But after 20 minutes, it's Lenore Ryan on top by 3 at the break. It's going to be Carson-Newman basketball to start off half number 2. as we wrap up our ShopSeatEagles.com halftime report. ShopSeatEagles.com features more than 1,100 products from t-shirts to polos to phone skins and pet collars. It is also the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Lenore Ryan played 7 players in the first half. And they'll start off with Stoll, Harmon, Gathers, Lansadell, and Blakely Crooks. Carson-Newman has Rogers, Weichel, Smith, Penland, and Boshiers out there, and it's Carson-Newman ball as we start off half number 2 from Holt Fieldhouse. Weichel around the screen, good hard hedge by Stoll, sends Weichel to the right wing. Gives it to Rogers, top of the key, works to the left wing, Smith. Standing around right now for Carson-Newman's offense as Penland catches left corner. She sprints to the right side of the lane, bounces it for Smith, left block, she puts in the layup. That was a nice tough take by Penland initially, and then a nice find to find Smith, who was able to grab the ball. Good soft pass from Penland. 38-37. Carson-Newman down 1, good start to the second half. Harmon has the rock between the rings, bounces it to the left elbow. Stoll throws it to the right wing and Gathers. Gathers dribbles left, stops, steps back, hoists up a 3. That is way off wide left. Nearly broke the backboard as it's picked up by Boshiers. She sprints to the left side of the lane. Hanks floats up a shot, too strong. Rebound to Hannah Stoll. And here comes LR, ahead by 1, 60 seconds into the third. Harmon to the lane, kicks it out to the right wing and Gathers. Gives Stoll top of the key, lobs to Crooks inside the lane. She dribbles left, gets into the body of Rogers, no foul called. Gets her own miss, gives it Harmon, fires it left wing. Lansadell a 3, too strong here. Harley Smith the rebound. Carson-Newman a chance to regain the lead again. Smith to the front court. Stops top of the key, fires it to Penland, right wing. Penland hesitating, trucking it to the left side of the lane. Runs into Crooks, no foul whistled. Loose ball, Penland swipes it out, but it goes to Stoll. Stoll gives it back out for Harmon, and LR has the ball 90 seconds into the third. Carson-Newman the only points of the half, that early deuce by Smith. 8:23 to play here in the third period. Gathers right wing. Carson-Newman back in man-to-man defense this time around. Gathers runs into the lane, and it's a traveling violation as she ran into contact. Well, both sides being allowed to play through contact in this one. And it's Carson-Newman basketball. Weichel across the timeline. Dribbles around the screen left. Bounces it to Smith, right elbow. Smith dribbles around the Weichel screen. Accelerates the left block and missed the layup. Almost had too much space there as LR didn't get a defender in the way. Crooks into the lane, and a foul is whistled on Carson-Newman. They call it on the dribble, and Weichel has picked up her second personal foul. Carson-Newman down 1, 38-37. Bears haven't scored yet here in the second half. But Carson-Newman, again, have not been able to take care of a long drought for LR. Crooks missing a deep jump shot, too strong. Stoll gets it after the pass from Lansadell, and there's a foul whistled underneath on the Gather as the whistle goes on Skylar Boshiers with 7:45 to go in the third. Bears have started 0 of 4 from the field. Carson-Newman has started 1 of 4 from the floor in the third. 7:45 to go in the third period. Stoll adjusting her ponytail, getting that dialed in, making sure that the team has the play call as well as she turns around. Throws it into the right corner, and Lansadell bounces it to Stoll, top of the key. Over to Crooks, now Harmon left wing. Back out top, Gathers. She dribbles once, gives it to Crooks, right elbow. Shovels it to the right corner, and Lansadell. To the high post, Stoll. Stoll dribbles right, has it dribble off of her thigh, and she loses it out of bounds. Bears with their 9th turnover of the day. 7:28 to go in the third. LR still has not scored in the second half, but they maintain the lead as Carson-Newman hasn't scored in the last 2:11. 38-37, Bears on top. Carson-Newman basketball. Braylon Weichel has been held to just 2 points, hasn't made a field goal so far. 0 of 8. The conference's leading scorer. Smith left block. Goes right, spins back left, runs into Stoll, missed the layup. She sort of fell away after she made that spin move instead of leaning in. LR the rebound, and here comes Harmon stepping back at the top of the key for a jump shot. She drops it in, and that's the first LR points of the second half. And the lead is back to a half-time lead of 3 at 40-37. Rogers throws a pass. It gets deflected by Crooks and intercepted. Gathers, dribbles front court, gives it over to Harmon. Harmon down the right side of the paint. Juggles, missed the shot, loose ball, gets it back. Harmon throws it out. It would have been a one-on-one break the other way, but instead it's travel. Well, it's a sloppy game, kind of what you might expect after these two teams just played on Saturday. And Mike Mincy has seen just about enough. He wants 4 new players onto the floor. The only one staying out there is Campbell Penland. It's Rutherford, Crittenden, Gonzalez, and Ruthie and Bugwa out there for Mike Mincy. He's got 4 freshmen and a sophomore on the floor. With 6:40 to go in the third. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Lady Eagles looking to seize a tie of first place in the Mountain Division. Crittenden right wing. Penland top the key. She catches, twirls, shoots, and cashes it in. Campbell Penland, she's got 20 for the third time this year. And we're tied at 40 with 6:20 to go in the third. Lady Eagles on defense. Can they get a stop now? Harmon, left side of the lane, stops, shovels around, throws up a shot, and draws a foul on Tori Rutherford. Rutherford called for her first, team's third of the period, and Harmon, who traditionally has been one of the best foul shooters in the country, goes to the line. This year at 84%, 6th best in the league. And the first free throw goes out. It was a low liner. It rolled around the left side of the rim, swirled all the way around the backside, and came off the right. One more coming up for the second team all-conference pick, and she splashes the second. It's back to a 1-point game. 41-40, 6:08 to go in the third. Carson-Newman back on the rock. Rutherford across the timeline. Hands it to Gonzalez right wing. Flips it out to Mbukwa. Passes over for Crittenden. It's deflected by Crooks. Crittenden spins, throws it to the right wing. Rutherford a 3. Short iron, backboarded out. Crittenden had a deflection, but it bangs off of her right knee and goes out of bounds at the Carson-Newman bench with 5:50 to play in the third. 41-40. Lenore Ryan on top. One of these two teams will get the upper hand, you would think, for a regional bid, while the other team will be sitting in a spot with 2 games to go in the regular season, trying to pad their ability. Stoll on the right block. It's fouled. And this one goes on Campbell Penland. It's her first, team's 4th, and Stoll to the free throw line. 79% foul shooter on the year. She has her wrist taped up, but I think it's because of her left pinky finger. So let's see how this stroke looks here for a former Coker player. It looks pretty good, and it goes in. And it's a 2-point game. 42-40. Stoll's first shot of any kind in this game. She does have 6 rebounds and a couple assists. Stoll spins it, bounces it, throws it, and puts it down. 43-40. Back to a 3-point game with 5.5 to go in the third. Carson-Newman down 3. Rutherford into the front court. Sets up the offense. Dribbles left to the left wing. Gives it out to Penland top the key. Back to Crittenden left wing. Back Penland right wing. She dribbles right. Gets to the right side of the lane. Crosses over. Picks up her dribble. Throws it Crittenden left baseline. Good ball fake. And Crooks is called for the personal foul. Blakely called for her second. And it'll be a baseline inbound for Carson-Newman with 5:12 to go in the third. Rutherford inbounds left baseline. Carson-Newman down 3, 43-40, looking for an 8th straight win over the Bears. Penland in the lane, spins around, throws a shot up, doesn't put it in, but does draw a personal foul that sends her to the free throw line. And the foul is on Megan Lansdale. That is her first personal foul. Well, Campbell Penland's free throw percentage has tumbled to 89%. She's missed free throws in 4 straight games after she was the nation's leader. Makes the first foul shot. She's outside of the top 10 in free throw percentage now. One more coming up for Carson-Newman's leading scorer for a 2nd straight game. 21 for Penland. Second shot up, make it 22 for the Sevierville native. Inbound is intercepted by Rutherford. She throws it for a cutting Gonzalez right block. Missed the layup. Offensive rebound, Crittenden in the lane. And it's a jump ball. Possession arrow to LR with 5 minutes to go in the third. Great hustle for Rutherford. Carson-Newman can't make the layup. And with 5 minutes to go in the third, it's a 1-point game. Bears lead the Lady Eagles 43-42 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
It's been anything but an offensive clinic here in the second half. The two teams are combined 3 out of 14 from the field here at half number 2. But the Bears hold the lead, 43-42, shooting 44% so far in the game. Carson-Newman down 1. This game has seen 9 ties and 6 lead changes. It's LR ball here midway through the third. In the black jerseys with the maroon and white accents, Carson-Newman in the all-whites, man-to-man defense. Blue and orange. High post entry pass for Crooks. She airballs a shot, saved by Mbugwa, but it goes to Harmon, who sticks with it, grabs the ball and puts in the layup. 45-42, 4:35 to go in the third. Gonzalez to the lane, puts a shot up there, spins it home with a little hook shot effort, and draws the third on the LR's leading scorer, Blakely Crooks. That was a really good take by Gonzalez after she missed the wide open layup prior to that break. Took a little bit of contact, put the shot in, and Crooks, who's been on a tear of late, 10 consecutive, make it 11 consecutive now in double figures, has to take a break with 4:32 to go in the third. Gonzalez's free throw swirls out. Penland had a piece of it, but she falls to the ground, but LR turns it over. Lansdale throws it to the sideline. It's behind Gathers and out of bounds. 12 turnovers for the Bears. They're the best in the league at possessing the pumpkin, 14 per game this year. Carson-Newman down 1, a chance to regain the lead again. 45-44, LR on top. Carson-Newman ball. Rutherford between the rings. Dribbles right, splits a defender as Weichel trying to catch the basketball, throwing it cross court to Gonzalez. Now Penland left wing. Penland dribbles all the way to the right elbow, pulls up for a jump shot. It falls out, went halfway down and popped out the right-hand side. LR the rebound. Gathers full throttle the other way to the left block. She missed the layup. Weichel the rebound. She draws the foul. And that is the 4th on LR. 2nd on Lansdale, so no free throws. With 4:03 to go in the third. Gathers is out. Sims is in for the Bears. Carson-Newman down 1, 45-44. 4:03 to go in the third. Carson-Newman get on a little scoring run. They scored 10 of the first 12. Haven't really been able to gain footing since offensively. Smith left baseline. Dribbles, throws it cross court, Rutherford. Rutherford around a Smith screen, dribbles left all the way to the block, hangs, floats, misses the shot, then pokes it out to Gonzalez at the top of the key. Gives it over to Weichel. Weichel dribbles left, stops there, gives it back out Smith, back to Weichel left wing. She dribbles left baseline, throws it out Smith. Wide open, catch and shoot left wing, 3 wide right. Gonzalez an offensive rebound in the right corner. She picks up her dribble right wing and gives it out Rutherford. Recycle again for Carson-Newman. Down 1, 3:26 to go in the third. 45-44, Lenore Ride. 9 and 8 to shoot. Gonzalez out Smith, top of the key. Penland left point. Dribbles around a Smith screen, gets to the right side of the lane, loses the basketball, and she was the last to touch it. So many opportunities for Carson-Newman. Offensive rebounds, steals, just can't make some of the easy plays right now with 3:12 to go in the third. Sims across the timeline for LR, clinging to a 1-point lead. Sims floats it for Harmon, flies through her hands, but she grabs it after a deflection. Harmon dribbles right wing, steps back beyond the arc right corner, throws it underneath Stoll, right block, lets a defender fly by and puts in the right-hand layup. LR back on top by 3, 47-44. Carson-Newman with 2:50 to go in the third. It's a 3-point game. Michael into the front court. Can the conference's player of the year 2 years ago get going? Hands it off to Smith, cross court, left wing, Rutherford a 3, that's halfway down and out. Gonzalez had a piece, and she draws the personal foul. and she's going to get free throws as Brandy Hudson is called for her third personal foul. Well, it's great hustle by Gonzalez on the last 2 offensive trips. She was the only player in there with 3 LR defenders, and she drew the personal. So, should be Gonzalez at the line. Smith had stepped up to the stripe, and Gonzalez goes there and said, Gonzalez is an 80% foul shooter, but she did miss her last opportunity at it on the end one. Gonzalez bends the knees, puts it up, and connects. Pretty good intensity for a Monday night battle. 47-45, Lenore right on top, 2:35 to go in the third. Second shot from Gonzalez is in. It's back to a 1-point game. Carson-Newman's missed 6 of 7. They're 3 of 13 from the floor of the period, but they're down 1, 47-46. 2.5 to play in the third. 3-point halftime deficit for the Lady Eagles. It's 1 now. Harmon at the top of the key. Thought about a 3. Now dribbles right all the way to the right side of the lane. Steps in, puts a shot up and in. And she draws the foul on Emily Gonzalez. Second on Gonzalez. And free throws coming here for Harmon as she converts on the and one. Well, it's a good take. Harmon set her up. Let her fly by. Slid underneath her. Got to the right side of the rim. Put in the layup. Plus she drew the foul. 15 for Harmon. She's got 9 rebounds as well. 20th time she's been in double figures this year. Harmon's free throw rattles in, and it's to a 4-point game for the first time in the half. 50-46, 2:15 to go in the third. Carson-Newman's offense is scuffled. Braylon Weichel hasn't gotten going for the second straight game. Boshears, top of the key, dribbles around a screen, throws it out to Rutherford, right wing. Around the perimeter, Weichel catches, she dribbles left, hesitates, gets to the left side of the lane, dumps it underneath, Smith wide open. 2 defenders came at Weichel. Smith was wide open left block. Weichel found her, Smith puts it in. 2-point game, 50-48, 1:50 to go in the third. Bears with a lead in the ball. Stall top of the key to the right wing, Harmon. Harmon throws it underneath for Hudson. Hudson dribbles, forces a shot over Smith. Way too strong. Rebound to Penland. Penland cross-court pass from midcourt to the left wing and Weichel. Weichel dribbling left baseline. Thought about a jump shot, gives it to Smith. Back to Weichel. Weichel catch and shoot. 3, pure from deep. Braylon Weichel, her first made field goal. Puts Carson-Newman on top, 51-50. 80 seconds to go in the third. 7th lead change. Harmon on the right wing at the other end. That rattles out. Smith the rebound. Lady Eagles sprinting. Penland on the right wing. Pushed out of play by Stoll with 1:08 to go. Carson-Newman with a quick 5. Back on top, 51-50. 1:08 to go in the third. Carson-Newman ball on the front court. Far right sideline. Weichel to Smith. Smith will give it to the right corner, Rutherford. Rutherford will dribble left, around a defender, and give it to Penland. Penland dribbling right, coming back left. Picks up her dribble. Not a very good offensive set so far. Boshears gets to the left block. Missed the layup. Gets her own miss on the right block and puts it in. 7 unanswered for the Lady Eagles. Boshears sticking with it. And Carson-Newman's on top by 3 with 37 seconds to go in the third. Can they close out the quarter? Harmon crosses over, throws it to the right corner, and Sim gathers for Stoll, top of the key. Underneath for Hudson. Hudson dribbles to the right block, draws a foul. They're going to count that shot and 1. As she put in the shot, Smith the foul. It's her first. The fans wanted an illegal dribble on Harmon. They didn't get it. Hudson put in the shot, and that ends that Carson-Newman 7-0 run with 24 seconds to go in the third. Hudson's free throw is in. We're tied at 53 with 24 seconds to go in the third. 53 apiece. 24 seconds. Carson-Newman had the ball with a shot clock off at the end of the first half. Turned it over. LR scored a layup. Let's see how they handle the waning seconds here in the third. Carson-Newman and LR tied at 53. This is the 10th time we've been tied. Rutherford around a screen, throws a backdoor pass. Weichel right block, catches, scoops in the layup. Lady Eagles lead 3-2. Sims at midcourt. Over to Lanzadell, left side, half-court shot, bangs off of the shot clock, and that is how the third quarter closes. Lady Eagles lead it by 2. They trailed by 3 at halftime. We were tied after a quarter. We're going to the fourth. Lady Eagles by 2. Can they get some separation? Carson-Newman on top as we step out for a break. 55-53, 10 minutes to go. Hang with us. You're going to want to see how this one ends on the Eagle Sports Network.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
AEC is a distributor for Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and warranted not to leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-lasting temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position. And the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC. We're power with purpose.
Well, at times it wasn't the most appealing third quarter, but Carson-Newman outscores LR by 5 in the third and leads by 2 going to the fourth. 55-53. Carson-Newman basketball. Rutherford dribbles left, hands it off to Smith. Smith gets a running start, picks up her dribble left block, waits for players. Penland catches, kicks it out, right wing. Rutherford a 3. It ripples the rope from long range. Carson-Newman rolling offensively over this stretch. The Lady Eagles with a 13-3 run, and they lead it by 5, 58-53. Half minute here into the third period. Harmon right wing. Gives it out to the top of the key, Gathers. Swings it left wing, Sims. Back out, Gathers after Hudson gets a paint touch. Gathers a right wing 3. She drains the trifecta. Gathers a big connection at the offensive end. It's down to 2. 58-56, 9-10 to go in the third, or in the fourth rather. Boshears around a screen, gets a running start, kicks it out. Weichel thought about a 3, dribbles right, comes back to her left, gets into the lane, right hand layup, off the glass and in. Slick moves from Weichel. She's starting to feel it. Up to 9 now in the game. She scored 7 of those 9 in the last 3 game minutes. 60-56, 8:50 to go in the fourth. Harmon, she's had a knack for some clutch moments in her career. Sims swings it right wing, Gathers for Hudson on the right block. Hudson throws it cross court. Crooks left wing 3-pointer, too strong. Smith nearly had it. Instead, Harmon has a double-double with her 10th rebound. 16 points, 10 rebounds for Harmon. Boy, she does it all for LR. Now sets up the team. And now we get a whistle and a 3-second violation on Hudson. Well, things had calmed down, and Hudson had set up in the blocks. 60-56, Carson-Newman leads by 4. 8:20 to go in the game. Weichel, top of the key, pulls up for a jump shot on the way. It's perfect. She's in double figures with 11. 6-point lead, 62-56. Well, Weichel has come alive. The rest of her team has kept her in it. 62-56, 8 to go. Harmon to the right side of the lane. Teardrop up, rolls in. Good soft touch from Emily Harmon. She's got 18. 62-58, 7:50 to go. Boshears left corner for Carson-Newman. Cross-court pass to the top of the key, Weichel. Weichel dribbles right against Harmon. She now wants the assignment on the All-American. Weichel out to Smith. Right wing, catch and shoot 3-pointer. Oh, it's in! Harley Smith shreds the strings from long range. It's a 7-point game. 65-58, 7.5 to play. What a big connection from Smith. She's got 16. Brooks for LR, top of the key. Hands it off Harmon. Uses a Hudson screen to her left. Steps back, pulls the trigger on a 3. Wide right. Boshears the board. Carson-Newman a chance for the largest lead of the day for either side on this trip. Boshears gallops to the right block. Puts a shot up. It misses short. Rebound is poked out of play by Smith. With 7:08 to go in the game. Carson-Newman trailed this contest by a 50-46 margin with 2:15 to go in the third. Since that point, it is a 19-8 turn of events. Carson-Newman leads it by 7, 3 minutes into the fourth. LR basketball. Harmon on the left wing. Gets a handoff from Stoll. Gets to the right side of the lane. Floats a right-hand shot off the glass and goes in. 20 now for Harmon. 6th time this year she's had at least 20. 5-point game, 65-60. Boshiers to the lane, and we get a whistle and an illegal screen on Carson-Newman. Smith picks up her second. First team foul here in the period. 6:43 to go in the fourth. 65-60. Carson-Newman on top. Emily Harmon has been terrific for Lenore Ryan. She has carried the load for this Bears group in the second half. Stole for Harmon. Harmon dribbles right. Can Carson-Newman slow her penetration game down? The answer, no on this shift, until Rutherford gets a block as Harmon goes up for a layup right side of the lane, and a foul is called. And now a warning is called. It is on Emily Harmon. It's her second personal foul. Thought for a second maybe you'd get a little more than that. Harmon had a little bit extra to say after the fact. Tried to reach in against Rutherford, and then Harmon had a little bit of an extra discourse. No technical, though. Entry pass to the right elbow for Smith. Carson-Newman leads by 5 with the ball. Boshiers, nice hesitation, gets to the right block. Hangs, floats, can't put it in, but another foul is whistled. And this one is on Crooks, and Crooks has picked up her 4th. And Boshiers is going to the line. And now a lot of players having a lot to say. 65-60, 6:09 to go in the game. Boshiers at the line. She struggled of late, 66% at the stripe. Free throw is up there. It's in, 66-60. We get another look at that last play. Boshiers working against Crooks. Honestly, didn't look like there was a whole lot there. Really didn't look like there was a foul of any kind, particularly on Crooks. She didn't make any contact until the body banged into her. 67-60, 6:09 to go in the game. But Crooks has to take a seat with 6:09 left. I mean, maybe you could have made an argument on Harmon on a reach-in foul on that last one, but that's a tough one to swallow if you're LR. Let's see how the Bears handle it. Crooks has to take a seat on the bench. She's in foul trouble with 4. Gathers top of the key. She has a big three-pointer in the second half. Harmon right wing, works around a screen, sprints to the paint, throws it out, and we get a whistle and a foul on Carson-Newman. Well, think about this for a second. This one goes on Penland, her second. We had a combined 9 fouls in the first half. We are now up to 25 here in the second half and still have 6 minutes to go. LR down 7, 67-60. They have the ball. Harmon top of the key. Dribbles right, comes back left, throws it, gathers left wing. Gathers, jabs, throws up a 3, and hits. Well, you can't leave her space. She's shown that. Leads the team in threes. Even if she's not all that efficient, she can connect from outside with a high frequency. 4 of them now in the game for Gathers. Down to 4, 67-63. Smith on the left block. Good pass underneath. Boshiers found her. Mike Mincy calls for time with 5:25 to go. 69-63. Carson-Newman leads by 6. We step out for a break. Lady Eagles on top by 6. LR ball. Stretch run coming up here in just a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
.525 to go in the game. 69-63. Carson-Newman leads by 6. Lady Eagles trailed by 3 at halftime. We've been tied 10 times. The lead has changed hands 7 times. And Carson-Newman leading it by 6 points. And I think they're trying to get the timeout situation settled in. And there is still one more media timeout to go. They were confirming on that. 69-63. Carson-Newman leads in the white jerseys. They're back in man-to-man defense. LR and the Blacks have it coming left to right to the front court. Harmon with 20 in the game. Team leader in the category in this one. Stoll catches right wing. Lobs it underneath on the right block. Hudson. She goes right around Harley Smith, but misses a left-hand layup on the left block. Rebound picked up by Penland. Carson-Newman ball ahead by 6. Boshiers to the lane. Kicks it right corner. And Rutherford back to the right wing. Penland. 5 minutes to go in the game. 69-63 Carson-Newman. Boshiers on the right block. Leans in. Puts a right-hand layup off the window. Boshiers with 8. Carson-Newman has matched the largest lead of the game for either side at 8. 71-63. Harmon to the left block. Throws it over the head of Gathers. Out of bounds. Turnover number 14. And it brings us to our final break in the action. Carson-Newman by 8. 71-63. Carson-Newman on top. 4.5 to go in the game. Lady Eagles lead it. A stretch run coming here when we step out. Lady Eagles, can they hold on and get back into first place in the Mountain Division? Find out together when we come back on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Carson-Newman's offense was struggling for much of this game. 16-46 to begin the game. Since the 3-minute mark of the third quarter, they've made 10 of their last 12 shots. And the Lady Eagles shooting at 45% in the game, 52% in the second half. 3 in double figures, led by 22 from Campbell Penland. And Carson-Newman leads it by a game-high 8, 71-63 with 4:41 to go in the game. Lady Eagles can pull level with Tusculum for the lead in the Mountain Division standings with a win tonight. First time they've played without a lead in the conference division standings in 5 weeks. Penland to the left wing and Boshiers as Carson-Newman possesses out of the timeout. Smith top of the key, looks back door for Penland, instead dribbles all the way to the right wing, comes to the paint, spins back right, puts a shot up, Stoll gets the block, Hudson gets the ball. LR basketball, 4:20 to go in the fourth. Harmon into the front court between the rings, sets up the offense. Crook still on the bench with those 4 fouls. Harmon right wing, looks underneath, and now a foul will be whistled on Harley Smith. Smith had her hands up, and she was trying to make the argument that it was Hudson that initiated the contact, but when you looked over, the right hand was right in the face of Brandy Hudson. So Hudson has to take a spot on the bench. Crooks comes into the game. 4:11 to go in the game. Inbound swiped out of play by Smith. 4:09 to play, 71-63. Harmon inbounds near right sideline, gives it to Crooks, spins it left wing, Gathers. Gathers has hit a couple from outside already in the second half. Over to Lansdale, right wing. Flops it out to Crooks, back Lansdale. Lansdale dribbles left, gives it to Gathers. 6 on the shot clock. She sprints to the paint, slides through, loses it out of her hands, but it's last touched by Campbell Penland. And it goes to LR with 4 on the shot clock and 3:54 to go in the game. 71-63, Carson-Newman on top. Harmon looks to inbound the ball on the baseline, throws it to Gathers, right wing, catches, heaves up a 3, way off, rebound to Smith. Carson-Newman ball with 3:50 to go in the game. Smith, cross-court pass, Weichel left wing. Weichel dribbles to her right-hand side and sets up the offense with 3:40 to go, and Carson-Newman leading it 71-63, looking for a 9th straight home win, the 4th longest streak in the Southeast. Lob goes underneath for Smith, and Lansdale will be called for the personal foul. She was leaning and trying to jump through Smith. And the foul goes on Lansdale. Third team foul with 3:33 to go in the game. Carson-Newman leads by 8 with the ball. O'Shear's left baseline, inbounds to Smith, left block. She catches, missed the layup though. Had a great look underneath. Rebound to Harmon. She races to the right block, throws up a running right-hand layup. It smooches the window and goes down with 3:22 to go. 71-65. Carson-Newman on top. And the inbound goes to Rutherford in the corner, and then it's deflected out of play by Crooks with 3:17 to go in the game. Carson-Newman 6 seconds to get it across, leading it by 6. 71-65. Penland inbounds the basketball to Rutherford. She's all the way underneath the basket. Rutherford with 3 to get it across. Throws it to Smith. She was in the front court, goes to the back court, and it's a turnover for Carson-Newman with 3:11 to go. 13th giveaway of the game for Carson-Newman against a team that averages 23 forced turnovers per game. Smith hadn't established herself in the backcourt, and that's why it's a turnover. And now Hudson coming into the ball game replaces Stoll with 3:11 to play. 71-65. Carson-Newman leads by 6. LR looking to win their 22nd game of the year for a team that hadn't been over 500 since the 2018-19 season. Last time they beat Carson-Newman as well. Left block, it goes Hudson. Left-hand layup doesn't fall, but a foul is whistled. It's on Harley Smith, and that is her 4th personal foul. And Hudson goes to the free throw line where she is an 84% foul shooter with 2:56 to go in the game. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. So Hudson to the free throw line. Brandy has 5 points. She's made her lone foul shot in the game. Free throw is up there, and that goes down, and it's a 5-point game with 2:56 to go. One more coming up from Brandy Hudson. Hudson, the senior from Chicago, misses the second foul shot. It goes to the left corner. Penland grabs her 7th board of the day. Carson-Newman breaks the press this time with Boshier. 71-66, 2:50 to go in the game. Weichel between the rings, sets up the offense for Carson-Newman, leading by 5. Weichel dribbles to the right wing, hands it off to Rutherford, gives it to Boshiers, left wing Penland. Penland back out top, Smith, 9 on the shot clock as she throws it to Rutherford left point. Now Weichel left corner, dribbles baseline, gets to the left block, puts up a shot, and puts it in with 3 on the shot clock. The All-American makes it a 7-point game with 2:24 left. 73-66, LR trails with the ball. Crooks top of the key, hands it off Lansdale, back to Gathers, right wing, and a whistle, and a travel, and a 15th turnover for LR. And it goes back to Carson-Newman with 2:15 to go in the game. And the Lady Eagles leading it by 7, 73-66. Carson-Newman's largest lead was 8 at 10-2. When they started this game hot, LR scored the next 11. Since then, we've been going back and forth. Carson-Newman basketball ahead by 7. Inbound to Weichel. She's in the backcourt of the paint. Crosses over, runs into Lansdale. Throws it forward for Boshiers. Taps it to Penland. Penland dribbles to the free throw line, then across the lane, and picks up her dribble, throws it to Boshier. Boshier spins, throws it out. Penland, right wing, catch and shoot 3, air ball. Smith doesn't have the leaping ability to try to save that one as it banged off of the hardwood and went well over towards the Eagle Club. And with 1:55 to go, Carson-Newman leading it by 7, 73-66. Harmon has the ball in the backcourt as she walks across the timeline. 7-point game. Harmon to the right wing. Throws it to Crooks, spins it left wing, Gathers. Gets man-to-man defense, Gathers, back to Harmon, right wing. Harmon dribbles left, gets to the free throw line, spins back, throws it out. Lansdale, right corner 3, too strong. Hudson on offensive rebound. She pirouettes in the lane and puts in a right-hand layup. And a timeout, LR, with 1:33 to play. And Carson-Newman leading it by 5, 73-68. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com. For all your electrical contracting needs, that is Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. 73-68. Carson-Newman by 5, 93 seconds to go in the ball game. Possession arrow favors LR. Bears have 3 timeouts. Carson-Newman has 2. LR's full court press has caused a lot of issues against Carson-Newman. Lady Eagles have turned it over once and barely been able to get it across on another 2 occasions. Lady Eagles leading it by 5. They're a half game out of first place in the Mountain Division. This is a makeup game from late January when no officials showed up. And with a 5-point lead in hand, Penland to throw in the inbound. Right sideline it goes Rutherford, cross court to Boshier. She dribbles across the timeline, throws it to the left corner and Smith. We wind under 90 seconds to play as Weichel grabs it between the rings. 3-time first-team all-conference pick, and the conference's leading scorer sets up the offense with 15 on the shot clock. 1:17 and 16. Clock continues to wind. Shot clock at 10 and now 9. Weichel picking her decision. Comes left. Gets trapped. Throws it to Smith. Kicks it out Penland. 3 on the shot clock. Penland has to force it up. It's blocked by Lanzadell. 1 minute to go. Crooks into the front court. Dribbles to the right block. Floats up a shot. It's way too strong. Penland the rebound. And a foul is whistled. This one goes on Gathers. Her second. Team's 4th. No foul shots yet. 58.6 seconds to go. Mike Mitzi calls for time. And the Lady Eagles will move the ball into the front court. Crooks went coast to coast after a great defensive possession. Just couldn't make the shot. And with 58.6 to go, Carson-Newman leading it by 5. They'll have the ball in the front court on this near left sideline. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, laser-focused on your success. Carson-Newman has outscored LR 38-30 in the second half. Trailed by 3 for the 14th time this year. They were behind at halftime. And the Lady Eagles, since that point, have been able to find a rhythm. Had a stretch in the second half where they made 10 out of 12 shots. And that's why the Lady Eagles lead by 5 with 58.6 seconds to play. Carson-Newman inbound on this near left sideline. Smith is out there to throw it in with Boshier's, Penland, Weichel, and Rutherford at the free throw line and a stack. Inbound goes Penland left corner. She might have been able to go in for a layup. Instead, it goes to Boshiers. Now Rutherford back to Weichel. Weichel with a basketball, 50 seconds to play. Gets double teamed. Throws it to the right corner. Rutherford juggles it. It goes into the hands of Gathers. 45 seconds to go. Rutherford just couldn't handle. Gathers to the front court. 40 seconds left. Harmon dribbling down the right side of the lane. To the right block. Draws a foul. And she's going to the free throw line. Penland called for her third. Well, LR was going to foul, and Carson-Newman just turned it over. 37 seconds left. Harmon to the stripe, has a chance to make it a one-score game. And now LR doesn't have to foul if she can make both of these in a one-score game. Free throw from Harmon is in. 4-point game. But it is that decision. Do you not foul and risk Carson-Newman scoring, which would all but end the game with single-digit seconds left, or do you foul to try to extend the game? Second free throw in, 73-70. 3-point game, 37 seconds left. LR down 3. Carson-Newman calls for time. It is a full timeout. Last timeout of the game for Mike Mincy. LR still has 3 of them. But as I mentioned, do you foul, extend the game, or do you try to play defense? I think the luxury that you do have is you play a little bit of defense for maybe 10 to 15 seconds. See if you can get a turnover. Carson-Newman's shown that they will give the ball away. 3 turnovers here in the quarter, and a couple of those have come down the stretch. And with 37 seconds to go in the game, Carson-Newman leading it by 3. They got to do something to possess the basketball here. And Mike Mincy had talked about they are a assist to turnover team that really prides themselves on that. It's been good numbers today. They're second in the league, 23rd in the country with 1.13 assists to turnovers. Today it's 22 assists and 14 turnovers. But a couple key mistakes have allowed LR to hang around. And with a 3-point margin with 37 seconds left, Carson-Newman has the ball in the front court, looking to inbound and looking to ice this game away. Smith again will inbound the basketball. Boshiers, Penland, Weichel, and Rutherford out there. Smith to inbound, and a whistle and a holding violation. Whistled before the inbound came, and it's on Stoll. And that sends Braylon Weichel to the free throw line with 37 seconds to go in the game. 73-70. LR still with those 3 timeouts, so even after these foul shots, they can move the ball to the front court. Weichel's first free throw up, rolls around, hangs, everybody's breath gets held, and it goes in. One more for Braylon Weichel. It's a 4-point game with 37 seconds left. Weichel's second free throw is down. 5-point game, 37 seconds left. Weichel now 18 of 19 in the final 4 minutes this season at the free throw line, 83% for her career. And timeout, Lenore Ryan with 37 seconds left. Here's the benefit that LR has. 5-point game, you have the timeouts in your pocket. You get a bucket here. Carson-Newman has to inbound the ball on the baseline. And that full court pressure for Lenore Ryan has been great. The only thing for LR, Lansdale's played 32 minutes, Harmon 39, Gathers 34, Crooks 29. Stoll has played 28 minutes. 37 seconds left. Certainly if you're the Bears, you go for the quick deuce and try to make this a 75-72 game with 37 seconds to play. So we'll see what happens here. This is LR's full timeout. They still have 2 remaining after this as they chat things over on their sideline. It was a good start for Carson-Newman in the game. They scored 10 in the first 12. LR scored 11 unanswered from that point. Carson-Newman able to tie it at 21 after 10 minutes. Bears scored 8 unanswered in the second. Scored the final bucket of the second quarter, led by 3 at halftime. Carson-Newman made 10 out of 12 shots at one point, used a 19-8 scoring surge to take a lead into the fourth. And Lady Eagles leading it by 5 here in the fourth period. 37 seconds to go. Lansdale to inbound the basketball near right sideline in a 5-point game. Harmon catches between the rings, dribbles left wing. Gathers to set a screen, works around to her right-hand side. Harmon back to Gathers, top of the key. Under a half minute to go. Gathers gets caught in the air, throws it to Penland. It's a turnover. Penland ahead for Rutherford. She nearly fell out of bounds. Smith cross-court past Weichel. She's in the front court, and she gets held by Lansdale with 20 seconds to go. Well, it looked like they were trying to set up a play for Gathers to potentially hit a 3 or at least to get a roll to the bucket for Hudson. And Gathers just got caught in no man's land, and it's the 16th turnover of the day. Weichel's first free throw up and in. It's a 6-point game. She can make it a 3-score game with a second foul shot. Weichel bends the knees, bounces the ball, throws it up, puts it in. 16 for Weichel. Timeout. Lenore Ryan, they're down to their final timeout with 20 seconds to go. 77-70. Carson-Newman by 7. And the Lady Eagles will be back on defense. Well, the timing has been right. Carson-Newman 16 out of 18 at the free throw line of the game, 89%. Weichel's made 4 here in the final 2 minutes. And the Lady Eagles with a chance to put the finishing touches on this one. Get another solid win under their belt. A team that's played one of the toughest schedules in the region. And Carson-Newman, a team that has lost 4 of its last 5, looking to win a 9th consecutive home game. It's one of the longest winning streaks in the country and the 4th best in the region. 20.1 seconds to play. Carson-Newman 77. Lenore Ryan 70. Out of the timeout, Lansdale back out there with Gathers, Hudson, Crooks, and Harmon. And it will be Lansdale to inbound the ball. Harmon grabs the basketball, dribbles left, throws it to Hudson, back to Harmon, right wing. Thought about a 3, gets to the paint, teardrop up and in. 5-point game, last time out for LR with 14.2 seconds to go. 77-72. Well, you think about the situation. Why do you call a timeout there instead of later on? I think what you're doing is you're trying to set up your defense, trying to force that turnover to try to get it down to a 1-score game and see if you can force another turnover. Bears have been great at that this season. 17 times this year. In the first 26 games of the year, they forced at least 20. And a team that makes more free throws than any other team in the league and shoots it better than anybody else has seen Carson-Newman win that battle by 5, and there's your difference in the game. 77-72, Carson-Newman leads, 14.2 to go. The Lady Eagles will be able to run the baseline It will be Penland out there on the baseline. Sometimes what you see is you see everybody out of bounds and then you run like a football play. Instead, Penland will throw it to Boshiers, and she promptly gets fouled by Stoll, who picks up her fourth with 13.2 seconds to go. And Skylar Boshiers goes to the free throw line with 13.2 seconds left in a 5-point game. Boshiers, 4 out of 6 this year in the last 4 minutes in overtime. For a career 74%. Boshiers at the line, bends the knees, throws the shot up, and gets it to go. One more shot with an opportunity to get into double figures in the game. 78-72. 13 seconds to play. Boshiers' second foul shot in. She's the fourth Lady Eagle into double figures. With 10 now, Hudson comes in, Stoll comes out. 79-72, 13.2 seconds to go. Harmon lets the ball trickle up towards midcourt, but it didn't have enough on it to get all the way there. She grabs it, 10-9. Harmon, top of the key, pulls the trigger on a three, gets it to go. It's a 4-point game, 79-75. Penland to inbound the ball, throws it to Rutherford, and she's promptly held by Gathers. Gathers called for her third. Well, that was maybe your only chance for LR to get a steal off of that inbound. They didn't do so. And with 6 seconds left, it will be free throws here for Tori Rutherford. Rutherford in a 4-point game. Bends the knees, throws the shot up there, and this one's too strong. Second career miss in 10 shots for Rutherford in the final 4 minutes in OT. 4-point game, free throw up, 5-point game, 80-75, 6.1 to go. Inbound to midcourt and Gathers, 6 and 5. Gathers dribbles to the top of the key, throws up a three, misses it wide left, lands an Ellen offensive rebound. The shot is good, but that's how the game ends. Carson-Newman wins it 80-77. The Lady Eagles have won 9 in a row at home and 8 in a row against the Bears. The Lady Eagles are back into first place in the Mountain Division with a hard-fought win over Lenore-Rhine. The final score, 80-77. Lady Eagles win it. And Carson-Newman now 2 games to go in the year, control their own destiny for a conference regular season championship. Lady Eagles win this one, 80-77. The Domino's postgame report comes your way here in a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman bookstore.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The game's over, but we're just getting warmed up. The Domino's postgame report starts in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Picked up by Rutherford, shovels it to the right wing. Weichel catches, puts the layup off the glass.
Your stats breakdown, a conversation with Mike Mincy, and player interviews are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By the Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Lady Eagles, Michael Watrang.
Back inside the Holt Fieldhouse, where it's a winning evening for Carson-Newman here today as the Lady Eagles take down Lenoir-Rhyne by an 80-77 tally here on this Monday evening in a game that was supposed to be played at the end of January. It's Carson-Newman coming out of here with a victory over the Bears. 9 straight home wins for Carson-Newman, a chance to get a double-digit home winning streak going on Wednesday when they take on Emory and Henry on another short turnaround here in this game. We'll crown tonight's Food City Player of the Game. We'll talk as well about the AEC electrifying play of the game. We'll chat with Mike Mincy and company as well. And that's all coming your way here on the Domino's Post-Game Report, brought to you by Domino's. Whether you're a student looking for a late-night snack or out to eat with your coworkers, Domino's has a deal for you. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your CNID. That deal also includes 8-piece wings, stuffed cheesy bread, any salad, 9-piece marble cookie brownies. Or you can get 25% off your entire order when you bring in your business card at lunch. That's Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And Carson-Newman wins this game by 80-77 tally. So we take a look at our final stats here in this one. 27 of 63 overall, 43% for Carson-Newman. 7 of 16 from deep for the Lady Eagles. That is 44%, and 19 out of 22 from the floor, 86% in the game. Campbell Penland leads the way for a second consecutive game as she scores 22 points on the day. Adds 8 rebounds, 3 steals, a couple assists as well. 4 more trifectas for Penland. She jumps over Tori Griffin and into 13th on the school's all-time three-point made list. And Penland here in just her sophomore year continues to rack up the trifectas for the Lady Eagles. One of 4 double-digit scores for Mike Mincy. Harley Smith had 18 points, a team-high 9 rebounds, 3 assists as well, 32 minutes for her. Braylon Weichel finished with his 17 points, 3 steals, a couple rebounds, a couple assists for her. She missed her first 8 shots from the floor, made her final 5. 10 points from Skylar Boshiers, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for her. Tori Rutherford really filled up the stat sheet. 5 points, 7 assists, 3 steals, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, 28 minutes for Rutherford on the day. Keely Rogers with a deuce. Same with Ashlyn Crittenden. And Emily Gonzalez threw up 4 points with 3 rebounds in 13 minutes for Carson-Newman. On the other side, for Lenoir-Rhyne, 30 out of 66 for the field, 46%. 6 of 18 from deep, 33%. 11 of 14 for the free throw line, 79% on the day. Emily Harmon finishes with 29 points, 10 rebounds for her. Solid day for Emily Harmon, 12 out of 23. 4 assists to go along with those numbers. 1 of 4 double-figure scores for the Bears. 14 points for Blakely Crooks, 12 points for Jalen Gathers, and 10 points for Megan Lansdale on the day. 8 points for Brandy Hudson. Hannah Stoll finished the game, 4 points, 5 steals, 5 assists, 13 rebounds for LR. She did a nice job in the game for the Bears. 36 points apiece in the paint Carson-Newman led in fast break points 21-18, bench points 11-8, while LR led the way 17-13 off turnovers and 8-6 second chance points in the game. Carson-Newman led by as many as 8, LR by as many as 4. Just to show you how balanced this game was, Carson-Newman led for 17-56, LR led for 18-19, and the game was tied for 3:45. We had 10 ties and 7 lead changes in the game overall, and that is your statistical breakdown from this ball game. And Carson-Newman wins it 80-77. And the Lady Eagles move to 16-10 overall, 11-5 in league play, and back into a tie for first with Tusculum. And they control their destiny the rest of the way. And we know now that they will host a quarterfinal matchup in the SAC tournament on Wednesday, March 1st, I believe that day is. I don't think there's a leap year this year. There is not. March 1st, Lady Eagles will host, and that game will be at 7 o'clock here at Holt Fieldhouse. And it could potentially be against LR. It also could be against Anderson, depending on how those two teams wrap up their days on the floor. Time to take a look at today's AEC electrifying play of the day, brought to you by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative. And a lot of good moments to choose from, a lot of clutch moments for Carson-Newman from an overall perspective in this one. But they made some plays down the stretch. And one of the big plays of the day was Skylar Boshiers picking out Harley Smith underneath the bucket, and that is today's AEC electrifying play of the game. And here's how it sounded on the Eagle Sports Network. Side with a high frequency, 4 of them now in the game for Gather. Down to 4, 67-63. Smith on the left block, good pass underneath. Side. That is today's AEC electrifying play of the game. Service you can trust, value you can depend on. That's AEC. Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. That is your AEC electrifying play of the game. And our Food City player of the game also goes to Campbell Penland. Food City, value every day. Food City. Step out for a quick break, look around the rest of the league, and then we'll talk about we'll talk to Mike Mincy and company when we come back as Carson-Newman wins it 80-77 here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Carson-Newman takes down Lenore-Rhyne by a final score of 80-77, and being a Monday, there's no other games currently going on around the league, but Carson-Newman does pull in to a tie with Tusculum for first place in the Mountain Division standings with 2 games to go. Carson-Newman home games against Emory and Henry and Coker. Tusculum road trips to Anderson and Catawba, and Catawba could be playing for a regional hosting bid at that point in the year. And looks like Mike Mincy's on his way over here to have a word with us as we'll break things down as Carson-Newman wins this game by a final margin of 80-77 here today. And it's a very nice win for Mike Mincy's group here today as he just threw a stat sheet at me. That's how unhappy he was. It wasn't even the final stat sheet. I don't know, what is this, third quarter stat sheet? Just a random stat sheet that he flings at me here. And Carson-Newman gets the victory. We now bring you in here on the Domino's post-game report with Coach Mike Mincy. I'm Michael Watrang. Great to have you with us, Coach. 4 losses in the last 5, but you get home to Holt Fieldhouse. You play a very good LR team that gave you about all you could handle. It was an absolute grind in this game, and you come away with a victory. What, in your eyes, was the ultimate difference for your team coming out with a win?
I mean, It's kind of like what we talked about during these losses on the road, that the other team just made a few more plays, and I feel like that's how it was tonight. I mean, I feel like we did enough stuff to hurt us and to potentially lose the game, but at the end, I told them I don't even want to look at the stat sheet with the way things have been going and how we've played some of these fourth quarters. It's just good, feels good to get a victory, certainly get a victory over a quality opponent that's already eclipsed 21 wins this year, and they're good, and to get a win. We didn't always play our best, but again, it's a dub, and we'll take it.
What's great about this win, too, is Braylon Weichel goes 0 of 8 to start the game. She really struggles to find any kind of footing. Campbell Penland, consistent again, but you get production from other places. Skylar Boshiers with 10 points, but Harley Smith with 18. Tori Rutherford filled up basically every stat sheet. She had 7 assists in the game. Those players came up huge in big moments in this game. If it wasn't scoring, it was defensively. Really a full team victory here tonight.
Yeah, I was proud of Campbell because that's back-to-back games now that she's played well. And, again, she's got those capabilities for sure. But at halftime, it's just we know what kind of player Braylon can be. She was 0 of 8 from the field. And my thing was, like, could I ever get you two together on the same day? And I think we'd be a really tough team to guard if you can get that. And certainly Braylon comes out in the second half and gets 5 buckets, 6 of 6 from the free. Well, I don't know where all her free throws came from, but she made some down the stretch there, at least 4, I think, in 35 minutes of action, and just kind of a quiet 17, so to speak. But, Harley had 18. I think she could add more. I think she had a couple of layups down there. If she would have converted, would have put her over the 20-point plateau. It's nice to have Skylar making buckets, and, it's kind of what it takes. And then we just had some scattering of some players score buckets down there. But defensively, Harmon's a fabulous player. Hudson's a load to deal with. Crooks, really good player. They got some of the best players in our league. And, they're hard to shut down. And they've been scoring it really well, but I think tonight we had to outscore them to actually win the game, and that's kind of what happened for us.
Once you get to the end of February and March, it's all about just surviving. Yeah. It's not necessarily a cosmetic victory that you're looking for at this point in the year.
Yep.
After the stretch run that you've been on, where you had a chance at Tusculum, you had the door potentially open at Wingate, how important was it for you as a coaching staff to see your team find a way to execute down the stretch in a game like this?
Well, that's what you need to see. Obviously we've won championships. We've got kids in the locker room that have been there and done that. But when you haven't done it in a while, other than the Anderson game last Saturday, you got to taste it. Losing by 5 here or 4 there or 6 or not, whatever. It all comes down to whether you win or lose the basketball game. And winning, you can feel successful. You lose, you feel like you failed on that particular day. And we had to hold them off. They were coming after us. We had to step up and make free throws. We had to get big stops when we needed to. And again, it doesn't matter about all this stuff, whether we out-rebounded them or all this kind of stuff. All we know is at this time of year we got to win. And we had talked about it today that it's not March yet, but for us it's March. We got 3 games at home this week that we need to win badly, starting with this one, and this was a big one for sure.
LR came in +9 in turnover differential. You forced 16. You only turned it over 14 times. Granted, they won the points off turnover battle. Yeah. I know you had a couple there down the stretch that'll frustrate you, and certainly one at the end of the first half as well. Yeah. But how important was it, or I guess how critical was it for you guys to win that battle today?
Well, it's huge. They've been one of the best teams in the country all year long in turnover margin. To see us only turned over 14, but more importantly, to see us assist on 22 buckets is huge. And, of course, we didn't press any today. This is a tough stretch for us for sure, where we played Saturday, Monday. LR was in the same boat, to where we had to move this game to this date to where they had to play on Saturday and Monday. And I think you could see it out of both teams, honestly. The fatigue factor a little bit, even though it's a high-scoring game, it just – in that first quarter, we had no stoppages in play. I think everybody got gassed after that first quarter. But that back-to-back games for us, or 2 games in 3 days, is certainly tough. And if we only got one more day and then we got to play again before we get 2 days before we go into the last game of the year. And but anyway, to answer your question, yes, taking care of the basketball. And, of course, they turned it over 16 times, and I don't know where theirs are. I just know they didn't come out of our press because we didn't press any.
You get Emory and Henry at home on Wednesday. Besides rest, what's the key to now stringing together a winning streak, because this is when it matters?
Well, I think obviously it was nice to come back home to Holt Fieldhouse and pick up a win. Obviously, we got Emory and Henry and Coker coming in here on Wednesday and Saturday, and I felt like if we could get this win, it would give us that just that much-needed confidence and a boost in our mentals a little bit to come in here and have another doubleheader. Tonight was obviously a single game. Decent crowd, but it won't be anything like it'll be in here on Wednesday night when Emory and Henry comes to town. It's a doubleheader and kind of get back to normal, so to speak. So it's a big stretch. This was one of 3. We got one out of the way. We got 2 more to go, and we need to pick them up for sure.
Coach, appreciate the time. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, Marco.
Carson-Newman coach Mike Mitzi. When we come back, we'll have more conversations. We return to Holt Fieldhouse in a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
Building a new home? AEC can help. Build an all-electric home with an electric heat pump, an electric water heater, an electric range, and an electric washer and dryer. AEC's certified energy inspector will provide expert advice during construction and a complete home inspection upon finish. Before the drywall is in place, call AEC at 865-719-8322. AEC, your power with purpose.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
We welcome you back to Holt Fieldhouse, joined by our Food City player of the game, Campbell Penland and Michael Watring, here with you on the Eagle Sports Network as Carson-Newman takes down Lenore-Rhyne 80-77. Campbell, second consecutive 20-point night. You had one through your career until Saturday. What is it about these last 2 games where you've been able to really find a nice rhythm offensively?
Yeah, obviously there for a while there was a stretch where I wasn't shooting it great. Offensively, it was just a struggle for me. And then I'm just trying to come in these last few games, this last week of regular season, and just play my game and do what I'm capable of doing and just trying to figure it out and do what my team needs of me.
How much of that for you, and maybe this is a wrong assessment on my part, but feels like throughout the last couple months maybe you would catch the ball on the perimeter, try to pump fake, go to the bucket. In this game in particular, you would catch the ball and shoot that 3. How much of that is that kind of first inclination to shoot the ball?
Yeah. Like I said, there for a while, it just didn't feel comfortable. I was struggling from the three-point line especially. I was just really trying to find it. Lately, I've been trying to slow it down, get in the gym a little bit more on my own and just figure it out and get more comfortable with it and just shooting it because I know I'm capable of doing it.
This team had lost 4 of 5, come out of first place entering tonight. Pretty much desperate times at this point in the year against a team that had won 20-plus games in Lenore-Rhyne. Why was this group so locked in from start to finish today?
Yeah, we just knew, obviously, rough stretch lately. 4 out of 5 games we've lost, and we knew that what we want to accomplish, we can't go and lose this game. This week's a big week for us. We have to play well, and we knew today was a big one, and we came out ready to play.
Passing's always been a strength of this group. 22 assists on 27 made buckets. It felt like whenever the offense was stagnating, you all would find a way to dribble into the paint, find somebody. Why were you able to be so unselfish as a group?
Yeah, we just believe in each other. We're confident in each other, and we know that if one person's hitting, we're going to find them. If not, we're going to find other people if we're not shooting it that well ourselves. And then we believe in each other, and we know that we can all make them.
This has been a tough stretch. You have to go to Tusculum last Wednesday. That's a tough game to play. You had to go to Wingate on Saturday with that overnight trip, come back, play here on a Monday night. How important is it right now for this group to take care of your bodies with this being the last week of the regular season?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely been a tough stretch. We got a lot of games this week and tournament time's coming up, so it's really important for us to just recover, take care of ourselves, and do what we can.
You know that you hold the key to the Mountain Division title in your pocket. You have Emory and Henry at home on Wednesday. You have Coker at home on Saturday. Maybe if you looked at the records, there'd be a potential to overlook those teams. But knowing what's at stake, how do you guys collect yourselves over these next couple games as you get ready for what hopefully will be a long postseason?
Yeah, we definitely can't overlook anyone, especially at this point. We got to come in Wednesday and Saturday ready to play and know that we have to win those games if we want to accomplish things that we want.
Campbell, really appreciate the time. Congrats
Thank
on the
you.
win. That's Campbell Penland. Carson-Newman wins it by a final score of 80-77. And the Lady Eagles are back into a tie for first place in the Mountain Division standings of the South Atlantic Conference. Lady Eagles back in action on Wednesday, 5:30. We're on the air at 5:15 for that doubleheader on the AAC Countdown to tip-off with that broadcast. And Carson-Newman will try to take down the Wasps and maintain the lead of the Mountain Division standings. For Skip Roberts back inside of studio, I'm Michael Watrang signing off where the final score is Carson-Newman 80 and Lenore-Rhine 77. We'll talk to you again on Wednesday. Until then, good night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagles Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard,